What's going on, chosen ones? So remember, we're going to be bouncing through a lot of different topics, from the broken families to the fake friends to loving yourself. Again, I'm going to be talking to y'all about my lock soon, just a lot of different things. But today we're going to talk about how the old school parents, a lot of them are narcissists. Okay? A lot of the old school generations, the ones that was born in the 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, okay? Possibly 80s, but I don't consider that old school. But I would say 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s. Yes. They, and again, parents, they are narcissists, like straight up. They are so stuck in their toxic ways that nothing matters to them but their way. It's literally my way or the highway with them. And I think I've said this in other videos, but they don't even care about losing the relationship with you. They just want to be right. They just want you to do things their way. They just want to tear you down or have the last word, but they don't even care how it's damaging you all's relationship. For example, if you tell an old school parent, like, hey, like, can you not talk to me that way? Like, say, for example, they start yelling at you and stuff when y'all trying to have a conversation. Because this happened with me and the being that had me a lot. Like, please, like, don't yell at me. Don't, like, you could talk with me about yelling. Oh, I would never talk to my mother like that. Who do you think you are? I'm the mother. Or I'm the father. Or I'm the aunt, uncle, whatever. And it's like, okay, just because you're the mother or the father don't mean that you're supposed to talk down to me like a dog. Oh, that's what's wrong with y'all new generation. That's what's wrong with y'all now. Like, y'all so weak. Like, y'all so sensitive. Back in my day, they love to say that. Back in my day, I had to work 2-3 jobs to get where I'm at. Back in my day, I didn't have a car. Back in my day, I struggled. Back in my life, like I struggle. That means you gotta struggle. Like, they don't even want to see you doing better because they're jealous. The old school parents a lot of times are jealous of you because look at the age we're living in. We got all the technology, we got all the devices and stuff. They didn't have that back then. So they're mad because they feel like you got a better opportunity than them. That's sickening. But that's the common thing that I've noticed with old school parents. Like a lot of with my friends, it's like few of my blessed friends, they're blessed to have old school parents that are really, really cool and down to earth, but that's not the normal thing. And y'all know it. A lot of the old school parents are very uptight, very nasty. And again, it's my way or the highway. Back in my day. So, if you believe that your family are narcissists, whether it's your mother, your brother, your father, your sister, your cousin, whoever, get away from them and stay away from them. Narcissists are not to play with. They are walking demonic beings. Okay? They are. They do not have the spirit of God on them whatsoever. I don't care what their parents look like on the outside. Remember, we are spiritual beings having a human experience. Demons are not going to come out and say, "Hey, I'm from hell and I want to, ruin your life." They're not going to come out and tell you that. But if what pours out from these family members who's supposed to so-called love you is nothing but evilness, hatred, bitterness, jealousy, just bickering, like always trying to tear you down, just nothing, always negative, stressful, always. Like 9 times out of 10, 10 times out of 10, they're a narcissist. Yep. And they've been like this probably like their whole life. My youngest memory is from back when I was in the 4th grade with my being. And she's always been that way from the time I was 9 years old till now. And again, I'm 30. This being never changed. She was worse than what she was now, but something tragic happened to her. And then she like went from being like evil 100 to like evil 75. That's it. They don't change. What they do is, again, because when you have evil in your heart, you can't hide that. That's why a lot of them are covert narcissists. They're not overt. There are few of them, but there's more covert. because people like to hide under cover in the shadow. Darkness. But see, when you're a chosen one, when you're a healer, you're a light bearer. And they don't like that. So if you find yourself always arguing with your narcissist mom, dad, brother, sister, it's because that light in you is irritating those demons in them. Get away from them. And the only way to beat them is no contact. There's no amount of arguing. There's no amount of therapy. There's no amount of distance. There's no amount of space. There's no amount of, okay, I promise I won't do this again. They will do it again and again and again and again, especially because they know it's getting to you. That is the way they drain your energy, okay? They want every action. They want a response. And they don't care if it's good or bad. They want something. And they'd rather it be bad, honestly. Because they want to be able to tear down your character and tell people how you cursed them out, how you went off on them. Don't give it to them. Now, if you cannot cut them off right away, you might be younger. You might not have like a lot of money saved up yet due to what happened with the pandemic, inflation. It just could be a lot of financial things. In the meantime, please try your best to avoid them. Like, you have to avoid these people like the plague, because again, they're energy vampires, and it's something about you that irritates those demons in them. So, like for me, when I was temporarily between two narcissistic people, places, again, I'll get more into my testimony a little later down the road. I'm not really ready to share that right now, but I will be sharing it with you all. But I was at a point where I was stuck between two narcissistic places, and I was just like, this is driving me insane. But God made a way. God made a way for me to escape and to get out. And I am free, and I am happy, and I am glowing, and I'm growing. And this will be you too, okay? In the meantime, find a hobby that allows you to be out. If you don't have a car, take a Uber, take a bus, okay? Find a means for transportation. Find a way to get some financial money, whether you have to become a server or do security or something to get you so you can save up and get your foot out the door. Because I'm telling you, there's nothing like having that peace. Because we know with narcissists, there's no such thing. They don't believe in peace. They love turmoil. They love drama. They can't survive without it. They have to be getting into it with somebody every day, every other day. That's toxic. That's toxic. You shouldn't be around that. For me, my outlet was a gym, okay? I was in that gym faithfully, Monday through Sunday, lifting my weights, doing my cardio, boom, getting my body in shape, not worrying about none of that, okay? And God made a way for me to get out, and I thank God, like seriously, because narcissistic abuse, it is nothing to play around with. And I am so sorry to those of you who have suffered narcissistic abuse from your mother, your father, your sister, your brother, whoever, or all of them as a collective. But understand that God is going to punish them. He's going to make it right, okay? Don't take vengeance into your own hands. Don't do that. I know it's so tempting. Like, sometimes you just wish you could just, like, you just want to just, again, take it into your own hands. Don't do it. Don't do it. That's what they want. They want you to react so that they can accuse you. Like, see, I told y'all about Antoine. I told y'all about Deja. I told y'all. Don't do it. And even if you do find yourself like, look, I can't take this. I had to spaz out. Okay. Dust your feet and catch yourself. Practice that self-control. Because again, you still gave them some energy. If you can't cut them off immediately, find something to do to get away from them, where you're not in the house with them.